When we repulse the monkey, we're grounding ourselves. We're grounding ourselves, okay? And how do we ground ourselves? We drop the shoulder, we flex the knee. If we didn't, okay, now you can do it with me, put your hands out here, and if you didn't flex your knee and you just push down your hands, let's see if that works. Push down your hands. One more time. Push down the hands, all right? 2 times of pushing down the hands. This time we're going to incorporate Tai Chi principles. We're going to have our hands here. This time we're going to drop the shoulders even further because they are not raised, right? They're dropped, but we're going to drop it even further because we're going to flex our knees and we're going to feel that we're obeying gravity by weighting down and drilling down on both feet. Hands out here, shoulders are dropped. We're going to flex and drop the shoulders. Wow. Is that power? Yes, because the knees help, the dropping of the shoulders help. What does that mean? We're more stable. If someone were to come here and push at the same force that we just did this, more than likely the first one we would start to budge and fall and move. Whereas the second one, when we drop the shoulders and flex the knees, we are grounded. We're cemented a little bit more. Okay, let's try that again. Let's do it 5 times. So you're saying the best posture now to get into is drop the shoulders, okay, but not, the shoulders are already dropped, but we're going to drop them even more through the power of flexing the knee. Here we go. Flex the knees, drop the shoulder. Up. 1. Flex the knees, drop the shoulder. 2. Flex the knees, drop the shoulder. 3. Flex the knees, drop the shoulder. You can go down a little bit more, okay, just to experiment. 4. Flex the knees, drop the shoulder. Okay, one more for good luck. Flex the knees, drop the shoulders. You see how powerful that is? How many thought it was powerful? Just raise. Yeah. So that is Tai Chi. So you know what we did? We did something that we don't normally do, and even for me, I don't play Tai Chi or play Tai Chi at this level. I'm old, okay? But young people can play Tai Chi or do Tai Chi lower. They take a lower stance. But to show that youth helps, but also how your body, no matter how young or old you are, you can do something more to improve your stability by flexing and dropping. So the principle is, yes, we have to shift our weight. Yes, we have to drop our shoulders. But the upper body matches the lower body. How does it do that? When we flex, we go down on the bottom, but the top also is paired up, right? So yes, that was an aha for most of you, if not all of us. But now, when you commence and you start to do brush knee, repulse the monkey, you stay in that level and you use that energy that's planted on your 2 feet to now use your core to make your movements happen. So I'm using my core as much as I can. I'm sure that I'm not using it 100%. But here I'm not even using any percent. I'm only using my hands. But what Tai Chi does is it stabilizes you. The core is straight. The energy is there. I use my core to think through my movement, and there it happens. I do not use my hands. There's something going on in the back of my body that makes my movements happen. But not only that, it's the mind saying, we have to repulse that monkey, and we have to do it in the right way, the right formation, and we have to meet our hands in the middle, and we have to slide. Okay, let's do that now, okay? All right. Let's take it from where we were practicing, okay? So we have already opened, and we're coming up now, okay? We're coming up. Now what are we gonna do? Flex the knees, drop the shoulder, make yourself small, okay? Right, one hand in the middle. You can follow me because I've converted, I've changed. Follow what I'm doing. One hand higher, glancing at the back, bring it to the ear, turn, meet, pull back, push forward. Up higher, glance, ear, turn, meet, push and pull, repulse of the monkey. Glance, ear, turn, neck, meet, push, pull. Center, higher, glance, ear, turn, meet. That hand that slides back should skim your hip. That's part of grounding yourself, keeping the energy where you want it placed. If you keep it higher, more than likely your shoulder is raised. Okay? So, believe it or not, if you were to keep this formation and movement continuously for a half an hour or more, you will get some relaxation. Not only will you get better, but the energy will flow, okay? Last one. Okay, good. All right, let's relax. All right.
I just want to take a slightly different slant on what was taught. The first one is when you do brush knee, what you want to, well, first of all, Tai Chi can be broken down into, say, in this case, we're talking about 10 forms. You want to get into each form which is as stable as you can get it in a body position that's favorable to maintaining it with the minimum of energy, but with good balance, okay? And then you want to shift to whatever you're going to do, from number 1 to number 2, number 2 to number 3. But each number, you are getting into a position of stability, okay? And as Lucille had presented, there are different strategies on which to maintain stability. The first is Tai Chi posture, right? If you're like this, feet are both on the ground, and you slight, not so rigid legs, and back is straight. You just, and your butt is tucked in, so your sacrum is straight down. Your head is put on your shoulders like a golf ball on a pedestal, so it's not sticking out somewhere. It's not a liability, and it just drops, and everything else drops. You're like a marionette just being held by a bunch of string, and this string that the Tai Chi masters like to talk about is the thread from which your head is suspended, and everybody else just drapes. Position of stability. So you're going to do brush knee, okay? You come out here. What's happened? I shifted to here. And then Tai Chi has what we call dantian and substantial versus insubstantial. So the dantian is the main is here, your center of balance. So you're shifting your center of balance so that it is sort of piling down on one leg. So now it becomes substantial. But to make the upper part of the body okay, you have to think about the other minor dantians, the one through the head and one through the chest. They line up so everything's vertical. And your knee is bent and you're here like this, okay? Then you decide, well, I'm going to do brush knees. So I'm here, this is here, this is here. I'm semi-balanced. Okay? If I went this way, what would happen? This leg would come up. But if I'm in this position, okay. Then you say, well, I want to go in this direction. So what do? You bring all the energy in. Then you're here, you're at this favorable position. You can do almost anything and stand here because your hands are here, your leg is here, you're balancing off. So you're figuring out, what am I going to do next? Okay, I want to get out in that direction. But I got to make it so, Tai Chi posture makes it so when I turn, my shoulders and my waist are in the same plane, not one twisted there and the other twisted there. Okay, so here, favorable position, head up, Tai Chi posture. I get up, and if I lift my leg, I'm not worrying about that I'm going all over the place. I'm still centered here. Then when I'm ready to go, I lift my leg, I start to put this out, but I just drop down and do this music here, okay? Same thing. Once here, and then you decide, okay, I'm in the right position. I'm wide enough so when I turn, when I turn, I will be soldier position. Shoulder and hips will be in approximately the same position, and my feet will be in that same position. So here, step out and to the side, turn, and now you shift your weight to position number 2. And this is a relatively stable position, okay? Here, 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 balance is here. Then I want to go back the other way. I come back, I shift, stable position. Turn my feet, still stable. Then I shift, and when I shift, I put my hands out here to help me balance, because I am going to be, step out, then you give up your position. Don't give up this favorable position to go to the next until you've taken the time to put your arms or your leg in the position that you want. Favorable, so that it'll make it, if I do this, I'm not going to be in a favorable position because what happens? See, my hips are over that way, my shoulders are that way. I'm twisted like a corkscrew. Out. I haven't given up anything yet. Now you give up. Okay, so each of the maneuvers that you get into, that posture, is a favorable position to be in. And then you got to learn the strategies of how to use your hands and legs to help you balance and orient yourself to your dantian.
So as you can see, there's no end to learning, no end for the knowledge on the depth of the art of Tai Chi, okay? And everything that we have passed on is stuff that we feel that is important, but eventually you'll hear it more and more, and you'll grab onto it a little bit more with understanding. You know, I didn't plan what I was going to teach today, but I think what I did teach regarding grounding yourself and being in the most favorable or optimal position with the least amount of energy expended for balance is really, really important. Oftentimes when anybody comes in to learn any kind of new dance like Tai Chi, everybody's focus and goal is to get the 10 to 24 movements or steps done. But there's much, much more to be learned. And so that helps us with understanding the 10 essential principles or elements that's needed in Tai Chi that can move you across any style of Tai Chi, but in particular our type, which is Yang. Huh? Yeah, and so, yes. And so I'll send you the link for the 10 essential elements, okay? Actually, I just wanted to say one thing. I don't know if you've read that Carissa Moore is a champion surfer. I mean, I only know the name now, and I see it, and I can identify with it. But you know, on Mondays, we go to Ainakoa Park to practice. And one morning, and it starts at 9, and we all get there by 8:45, we saw a girl there working with balance, I don't know what you call it, discs. And she had, balance discs, and she was heavy into her practicing. And a couple of our Tai Chi people tapped me on the shoulder. Lucy, you know that's Carissa Moore. And goes, who's Carissa Moore? You know, but she stayed for our surfing class, our Tai Chi class. And she, at the end, she was very appreciative, and she said, there are things in Tai Chi that can teach her to surf better, and that's mainly to balance. Here she is. I think she took our Tai Chi with her, so, you know, good for her. All right. I like to think positive. Okay, good job. Okay, see you next time.